So hi guys, Artem here with Mikael once again, and we decided to change up our format a little bit. And in this format, I will be showing you an interesting tool, and Mikael will be also seeing it for the first time. And I'll be just sharing some of the tools that I've been using, testing, considering, and so forth. And Mikael will be giving you his first impressions, and also he will be asking additional questions. And he has never seen the
And my
tools.
opinions.
Yeah, of course, and opinions, of course, and maybe also alternatives in terms of tools that maybe he uses.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm very psyched about it because just 5 minutes, before we started recording, you were about to tell me what is the tool that you're gonna present, and I just heard that you said it's gonna be something about lead generation, which is very close to what we do. So then I was like, okay, don't tell me now. Let's turn on the recording, and I want to see it when we're recording this. So I'm very excited to see what's going on.
Awesome. So without further ado, let's just get started. And obviously, there we go. We need to share our screen. So basically, today I want to talk about a tool that I found through AppSumo quite a while ago, but I didn't really have time to start using it. I got it while they had a really good deal going on. Now the tool became a little bit more expensive, but still, I think it's very much worth the money. And I wanted to
Caption Data.
Data, yeah. So basically,
Never heard of that one.
Exactly. I think it's a French company. French startup. And basically what they do is they create data automation software. It's a service, it's a SaaS service, but it helps you basically automate data-centric workflows. I will explain, of course, through some of the examples. But if you want to, for example, extract data from LinkedIn, process the data, maybe integrate Apollo and start fetching contact information, then maybe integrate Lemlist and automatically add the lead to your Lemlist workflow and so forth, you can totally do this in Caption Data. If you look at the pricing, yeah.
Okay. So basically, you can you use the LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and then I assume that they have some sort of Google Chrome. You got
Yeah, I got an error. It's the demo effect.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they have some sort of extension or like Google Chrome extension.
Yes.
And then you can just withdraw data with that one. Have you checked? Is there any kind of complaints when people are using it, so that LinkedIn is going to notice it, and then they're just ban you? They're just banning you because of your using these tools.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, if we just briefly go over, so the pricing, I will answer the question you asked. That if you go over the pricing is rather steep, right? So it's quite a big commitment if you think about it.
What?
But in my opinion, again, if you're using it for lead generation, I think it might be very well worth it. But again, guys, if you know of any alternative tool that can do this, what I'm about to show you, I would love to hear it, because obviously I got in and I have a AppSumo version, which means I paid only once and I have a really good account. So obviously for me, using Caption Data is not very expensive.
What was the AppSumo deal?
How much you had? I think
because they had pretty good deals. I've been buying a couple of times from there.
Yeah, I think AppSumo deal was $100 one-time payment, and you get a bit smaller account than growth, but very close to growth. So basically, it was a really good deal. It was $100 one-time payment. Yeah, but again, I'll be interested to hear if there is some alternative tool that is much more cost effective compared to Captain Data, but I wasn't able to find anything. So guys, if you know, please let me know.
So I'm using Apollo quite much, and Apollo has a pretty good Google Chrome extensioner. That's I haven't experienced any problem when I'm taking data from LinkedIn or using their own data, what they have. I mean, like, their data is sometimes not very accurate anymore. I think they should update them more. But yeah, it's like $100 per month.
Yeah,
so it's not too bad.
I actually started using Apollo.io after you recommended it. So thank you very much for the recommendation.
Okay.
I think it's a really good tool.
Yeah, sure.
But the difference between maybe Apollo and Captain Data is that Captain Data is more of an integration tool for other lead generation tools. So you can integrate, Lemlist, Apollo, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google Sheets. You can integrate and create workflows. But in order to answer your question regarding LinkedIn and so forth, when you get an account with Captain Data, what you will do, probably the first thing you will do is you will go to integrations and you will click LinkedIn. And then you can connect your LinkedIn account. And there are two options. You can connect manually. You will have to know the cookie, ID and so forth, which is really tedious. Or you can do, it the easy way. You can just click connect new account. And then you can just, if you are using their extension, right, you can just get all the information synchronized from the extension. But if you want to connect somebody else's account, so let's say you have you run an agency and you want to do lead generation for your client, not for yourself, not for your company, for your client. Obviously, client doesn't want to give you his LinkedIn password and login. So what you can actually do is you can create new. I can't because I don't have the limit to do that, but you can actually send a URL. You can actually send a URL to here. Share this with somebody else. You can click and it will create a URL that you can give to your customer. And then using that URL, he will install the extension, and that extension will send his cookie information to you, to Captain Data. So you can start using workflows using his LinkedIn account without him giving access to his LinkedIn account, which obviously makes a lot of sense. So it's useful maybe when you're working with clients, or if you want to use somebody else's LinkedIn account, maybe your salesperson or whatever. And here, to answer your question, limits. So basically, in order to make sure that you don't get banned from LinkedIn, obviously LinkedIn doesn't like any kind of, automation tools. They don't really like it. It's not maybe against the law, but
you get very easily banned.
Yes. So here you have limits. They automatically set very good limits. And then if you're using Sales Navigator, you can also set limits for Sales Navigator as well. Since I'm not using Sales Navigator, for me, the limits here are not really, relevant. And then here they have global limits. So basically, if you're using LinkedIn integration, you should be okay. You should definitely be okay. You shouldn't get banned. And, I've been using Captain Data and didn't have any issues in terms of LinkedIn, banning me or anything like that. Also keep in mind that LinkedIn doesn't ban you right away. They give you a warning and then they say, you can't use LinkedIn for like a day. Come back tomorrow or something like that. So it's not really outright banning.
They suspend they suspend your account and they also crawl your extensions.
Yeah.
So when if you're using a lot of, like, for example, linked helper, which used to be pretty good tool back in the days.
Yeah.
Then LinkedIn started scanning your extensions, and then they noticed that all right, you have it, and also that was my case. This was like years ago,
Yeah.
And they suspended my account for like I think 3 days
Yeah.
or so, and during that time period, I was forced to delete the extension, and then they freed my account again.
Yeah. So here, the beautiful part is that you can connect using LinkedIn manually by just providing the session cookie. It's a little bit more technical, but you can basically connect LinkedIn without using any extension. So basically, they will not be able to even detect that you're using extension. But I haven't really had any issues with the extension. Maybe they're not able to snoop as efficiently anymore extensions as they could before, maybe. But again,
Could be.
shouldn't be any issues. But once you connected LinkedIn, you can start connecting other sources. So, for example, Google Sheets, I have connected Google Sheets as well. Then you can also connect other tools, Lemlist. You can connect, for example, here, the one that I connected was Apollo. Where is it? I think it was somewhere.
Yeah, it was over there.
Yeah? Did you see it? I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Apollo.
There's just a little bit of a lag.
Yeah. So basically, Apollo can be connected using API key. That's what I did. And now that you have this integration set up, now you can go into workflows and you can start creating workflows. You have multiple options to create workflow. Workflow is just a data-centric automation, nothing else. But you can create new workflows by just giving it a name and starting from scratch. But I think a lot of people will appreciate just going into templates and finding something that appeals to them. So if you, for example, click on, let's just click on, for example, LinkedIn. Where the heck? There we go. If you click on LinkedIn, you'll be able to see workflows that use LinkedIn as a source, and it's loading. Let's wait for a sec for it to load.
Do they still have the deal in AppSumo, or has it already expired?
Let's see. I'll check for you, but
Wow,
I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Caption Data. No, I don't think, unfortunately. I don't think they have. At least I checked, and I don't think they have the deal. But there is a 14
because
yeah,
$3.99 is way too much. $3.99 is way too much per month.
You think so?
In my opinion, yeah, because with $100 you get basically, not all the benefits, but the most important parts with Apollo. So I mean, like, it's a fourth of the costs.
Yeah, I guess it is expensive, but then again, if you're doing like serious lead generation, I think it's an acceptable cost. It depends, of course, on the type of company you're running and so forth. But I can show you example of the things you can do using basically Caption Data. So what you can do is you can mine LinkedIn for basically leads. That's one thing you can do. You can find leads through Instagram, Twitter, and you can find leads from company profile on LinkedIn. You can also find leads from a company name. You can find leads based on domain and so forth. So let's say
how does it work?
Yeah. So basically,
how does it work?
Yeah. If you go, for example, to LinkedIn, let's say here, find leads from company profile, right? So here, basically what it does, and you can see the workflow steps, step 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically it extracts company profile, Then it searches for LinkedIn company profile employees, and then it extracts their profile data, and then it aggregates in LinkedIn people and companies. So basically, in order to try the workflow, you just click use workflow, and that template will be copied into your own workflows, and you'll be able to make slight modifications if you need to. So here, there is always some sort of input. And now, for example, LinkedIn company URL. If I go to LinkedIn and search for, whatever company, let's just, I don't know, choose Microsoft, just an example. And then you just copy the URL of the company profile. So you don't have to be technical. You don't have to know anything besides just knowing how to copy a link, basically. And now that you copied company URL, here it is, you can then proceed. Now it's been copied. You can also import CSV files, for example, in many cases. But let's just go to company employees. Then here you choose an account you want to use. This is account we want to use to connect to LinkedIn. And then here we can search for employees that match specific keywords. So for example, if you created a list of companies with their LinkedIn profiles, you could type here, for example, marketing, and it will search for employees that match this specific keyword. Or you can go very narrow, and you can, for example, search in employee title, so something to do with marketing, and geolocation. Here you could use, for example, Finland, and that way it will extract only employee data whose title matches marketing and also whose geography is set to Finland. So basically it allows you to mine data. And then you can also use seniority level and so forth. And you can also exclude your CRM contacts. So if you have CRM system, you can exclude your contacts so that you don't spam existing leads. You also can exclude saved leads, viewed leads, and then you can, of course, tell it how many results do you want to get at maximum. Let's say I'm going to just choose 10 just for the sake of it. And now, basically, after that, aggregate, that's it. Now I think we should be able to go. I think this is all right. Yes.
I think you have to click the launch new job or...
No. I think it will appear. I just have to, let's just use keywords here and then extract. Yes. Aggregate to your editing work. Click here to open launcher settings. Job name, extract employees, and then you can configure data, what data you want to extract from those employees, and then you can choose when do you want to run this. Do you want to run this, just one time, or do you want to run it every week or every month or whatever you want to do? And here, if I'm going to just click launch now, it will automatically launch the task. But the beauty of Caption Data is that you can create workflows that are completely automated. So what you can do, for example, you can create one workflow that searches for companies, for example, in Finland, that are currently seeking digital marketing specialists. So they have job posts open for digital marketing specialists. You can create a workflow that automatically searches for companies that are currently looking to hire employees in digital marketing field. That will automatically go to Google Docs, for example. Then you can create a second workflow that automatically fetches information from that Google Doc, and then it extracts leads. And then a third workflow would be adding those leads to your LEM list and starting reaching out, outreach campaign. So basically, and it could work automatically. So when new entries are added, the system, automatically does the reach out and so forth. So what you can do is you can basically use it as a continuous like lead miner, basically. And I think this is the reason why they are, pricing their product and the way that they do, is that in the end, it saves you quite a lot of money. But, and I haven't been able to find something that, does things as well as, Captain Data does it. So from my perspective, I think it's pretty awesome. And I think if we look in activities, we'll be able to find our data. So here we go. Results. Okay. So we didn't find in those 10, we were, going through 10 employees, we didn't find anyone with matching title marketing. So we should have set our limits a bit higher. So I think that's the problem. And
But
yeah,
that's weird because Microsoft, they have a lot of marketing titles. Obviously.
Yeah. I think so. We can mapping. This is not the one. Search employees, configure parameters. There we go. Yeah. So basically, as you can see here, you can specify keywords and Boolean here to customize your search. Seniority is displayed here. Like structure for the search by setting. Yeah. So I think here something didn't. It says here that it performed 11 tasks. That yes, and then job. It should have. There we go. Display results. Oh, here it is. There we go. So basically here we have results of the data.
And of course, we're gonna blur.
Yes, of course. We're gonna blur all the results here, so that
you don't probably see
anything here.
Probably see the just like blur stuff, but yes, there's a lot of data from people.
So that's basically.
And did you have the emails there as well?
Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, it extracts definitely emails as well. So you can go to results, and then here if we go back, handle, image, job title, LinkedIn profile ID, shared connection, start URL tracking. I think it doesn't have email. You have to have a second automation basically set up where you're getting their email. So since you have here profile IDs of the people, and then you have their LinkedIn profile URL, what you can do next is you can go to templates, and then you can search for LinkedIn, and then just search for flows that are focused on getting emails. And again, just a sec. Just 1 second. It's a bit slow, I think. So yeah, so basically here, connect, extract, let's see, email, extract LinkedIn's user contact info. So basically what you can do is you can extract, you can use this workflow in order to extract basically a phone number, email address, social media account, and so forth. And you can see, for example, here, example output, basically what you will get out of it. So from that perspective, what you need to do is you need to set up different and separate workflows. So one workflow to mine the data, second workflow to maybe get the contact information, and third workflow maybe add it to Lemlist or use Apollo, for example, to enrich the data. And there is a lot of like ready-made workflows that are using, for example, LinkedIn, Lemlist, and for example Apollo. So from that perspective, it's pretty easy. And I think the best way I think to think about Captain Data and how it can help you is that you basically create automation that using certain specific parameters, it mines leads for you, and it can mine leads from many different sources: Instagram, GitHub, LinkedIn, obviously, even Google searches. So for example, if you're searching for interesting companies, so you could, for example, enrich a list of domains. So if you're interested in specific domains and you want to enrich that data from LinkedIn, you can connect Google search and then LinkedIn. Or you could, for example, find leads from a specific domain. So if you just have domains of companies you would want to reach out to, you could have a workflow that automatically enriches that data and provides you with a list of email addresses. And the only thing you need to do is just keep adding domains to a document, for example, Google Sheets, and it will constantly, be going and finding email addresses and contact information. So in that sense, I think it's pretty interesting. And if we look at LinkedIn together paired with let's see, just a little slow for some reason. Yeah, it's
slow-mo is better than no-mo.
Yes, that's for sure. So it also supports obviously HubSpot and all that good stuff. But if you, for example, use something very boring, LinkedIn paired with Google Sheets, you can, for example, automatically accept LinkedIn invitations and send a welcome message. Or you can find leads from LinkedIn search and straight up push them to Google Sheets so that later on you can import them into other systems that you are using. Or of course, you can just enrich leads using email address. So you can just get additional data from LinkedIn. And you can search LinkedIn posts and push them to Google Sheets. And then later on, you can use that data to enrich those results and get email addresses of people who are posting about topics that, you care about or topics that are relevant to your business. So I think that the best way to describe how I use it, I can show you using maybe Miro board. I can show you how I use it so that you can see what you can do, because now, configuring workflows and seeing basically the data, it doesn't probably make a lot of sense, and maybe doesn't seem like a compelling case considering the steep price you have to pay for the tool. So let me show you few things that I do with Caption Data so that you can see it could be something that you might want to replicate for your business. So let me just open Miro board so that I can show you what I mean. Just a sec, for some reason I logged in and now it doesn't. There we go. I was just in Miro. There are multiple teams and I was part of the team that exceeded its free limit already. So this is why I wasn't able to create a new board. Yeah. But basically, once Miro loads, this is basically what I do, and this is how I, make use of Caption Data as part of my workflow. So obviously, what I realized, is that for my company, the best way to probably identify my potential clients is searching LinkedIn for job posts. So if I go to LinkedIn and I just go to job posts and, for example, go here, jobs, and then I search for something like search engine optimization specialist, for example. And then I put region, let's put Finland just for the sake of it. So basically, since my company offers growth marketing as a service, and we basically offer the whole team at the price of a single employee, basically that's like the whole core concept of my company. The best leads for my company are companies that are currently searching for a digital marketing person, because it's very easy for me to do outreach and tell them like, hey, you're looking to hire a search engine optimization specialist, but for the same price, you could get the whole marketing team working for you. Analyst, digital marketing specialist who specializes in SEO, paid advertising, social media, whatnot. So what I do is I create a search, like a job search, for example, SEO, Finland, and then some other criteria. That information, then using Caption Data, I push basically to a Google Sheets. So Caption Data automatically extracts job posts, and it automatically pushes
and
them.
we are now
Yeah.
we are now just seeing the LinkedIn page.
Yes. So it pushes job posts to Google Sheets. And then using those job posts, I can create another automation that uses job posts Google Doc. It basically extracts data about
And
the company.
now I can see only the mirror board, but there's nothing happening.
There's nothing happening. I'm drawing like crazy here.
No, I just see the SEO. I just see the SEO Finland and Google Sheets, and that's it.
All right. Can you see me moving? Moving
Nope.
stuff? No?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, that's weird. I have everything.
It's the demo effect again.
Yes, I think so. For some reason,
Look how well this goes.
yeah, this is my fail. I haven't been failing that much. Maybe it's my time to do that. So, but I see.
So how does it feel? Do you like it?
It's
Do you
not
like
a
the
good
feeling?
feeling. It's not a good feeling, but I can get used to it. I guess I must. But don't you see other post-it notes that I have created? Job post.
No, I just
Google
see the
Doc.
SEO Finland and Google Sheets.
Okay, let me
That's
just
the only thing I
let
see.
me stop and then do it again. Hopefully this time it will work. Do you see anything else now?
Yeah. Now I also see the job. Yeah. Now it works.
Okay. So
I can see you
we'll
moving,
just
yeah.
cut that part. The me failing part.
Cool.
So basically, I extract job posts from like using Google Docs created from the previous automation workflow. I basically extract company data, right? And then so that I can make sure that I only get leads from companies that are fitting my criteria. And then I have a company list from which, using Caption Data, I get leads info. So basically, I get email addresses and so forth, and I have, by the end of this process, I have company list, and I have leads list, basically list of people and their contact information, right? And here company list. And using this, I don't really like to do like email outreach because I think it's not for everybody, and I haven't yet had like good results with it in my company, so I don't do that.
Oh, really? Because we get
I know you get
results.
really good
But
results.
it's just but it's just you can't use any mass automation stuff.
Yes.
Like mass email stuff. You have to do one-to-one email automations, and we get very good results, but I think it's also just because of our experience. We've been just doing it so much, and we know how to communicate. So
I think that's
art.
probably the reason for good results. we haven't had so much projects where we were able to use something like email, outreach automation. So this is why what I do is, by the end of the day, I have company list and I have email list basically from those leads.
Right.
So I can do remarketing campaigns. So this is what I can do: remarketing, remarketing. What does it? Why does it like it? Remarketing
No,
campaigns.
that's all right.
Yeah, I think it's
Remarketing.
good. Yeah, and now it disappeared completely. What the heck?
Yeah.
I think.
And
Yeah,
for all the viewers,
yeah. I think
Miro is a fantastic tool. We use it all the time, but yeah, it's always when you try to
show something, high pressure situation, and then it goes sideways. So basically, now it's working. So using that, we can push that information to paid marketing channels such as LinkedIn. So for example, in LinkedIn, you could actually create a marketing campaign using a company list. So if you have a Google Sheets or whatever, like CSV file, you can upload it to LinkedIn and you can tell LinkedIn like, hey, I want to direct advertising to these companies. So instead of targeting, specific, industry or geolocation, you can use Caption Data to mine, companies who are currently searching for a specific person, so that when you do advertising and you tell them like, hey, why hire one SEO specialist when you can hire the whole marketing team at the same cost? So your advertising usually has much better conversion rate, because you're not directly sending your message to everybody and their mother. You're only sending message to companies that are currently looking for a position to fill in for example, SEO. And then email list.
Yeah.
Of course, you can mine company data, but then you can, from that company, you can mine data of the employees that are, for example, in charge of digital marketing. And then you create an email list, basically, that you can use again in your remarketing campaigns. What you can do is you can create marketing campaigns in Facebook and in Google and so forth, and you can reach out to these people using those paid platforms. And again, instead of targeting everybody and their mother, you'll be targeting very, very specific target audience that most likely will be interested in what you have to say. So I think, and this is like the way I use Caption Data.
So let's talk just a little bit of LinkedIn ads.
Yeah.
Based on your experience, I was just talking with one of my colleagues from one SCM and social ads agency, and we were talking about LinkedIn ads and how their conversion campaigns suck.
Yeah,
it sucks so hard.
Yeah.
and it's really hard to get them to work, even though when you do all the right tracking stuff, you put the scripts, you can see that the Google Tag Manager is firing the trigger. Still you don't get an actual right conversion tracking. So since you are so much more technical, have you figured out the way to fix it, or are you just using brand awareness campaigns or website traffic campaigns?
So
LinkedIn?
What I think works in LinkedIn, and the only way how I would use, this is my test account. Obviously, I don't want to show real accounts during our recording, but in LinkedIn, I think the formula for success is following. First of all, if you go to inside tag, you will obviously need to add inside tag to your website. That's like must have, of course. Then you need Then you need to set up conversion tracking. Of course, makes sense. Nothing really special there. But then I would only advertise to basically list that you have created elsewhere. So basically, if you use Caption Data and you mine the data and you create,
for
example,
lists.
company list or contact list, advertising to those lists makes quite a lot of sense because it's hyper targeted. But then also you can do remarketing based on your website. So if you, for example, have a website, you have traffic to your website, what you can do is you can create remarketing campaigns where you basically target people who visited your website or a specific part of your website in the last, 30 to 180 days. Those campaigns work pretty well as well. And also you have lookalike. If you have enough data, and this is not for everybody because it requires, I think, quite a lot of data, but if you, for example, have enough data, so you have, maybe like 300 conversions or like whatever, like hundreds of conversions, you can create lookalike audience based on people who converted on your website. So if you have a contact form and you have 300 conversions, basically you could create a lookalike audience so that you can target people who are similar to people who filled out contact form on your website. So that works pretty well. But when it comes to campaign types, I think one campaign type that is really good when it comes to LinkedIn that I think gets like really good conversions is a campaign type, their lead generation campaign type, and then let's go here, for example, document ad. Yeah. So basically, if you have like a guide or some freebie basically that is very valuable, so like you create, a guide for like marketing guide for startups with no money, or lead generation for companies in construction industry, whatever that is. You create a good piece of, content, and then you create a document ad, for example, and once you set up everything, instead of just pointing them to your website, you can actually use lead generation forms, right? So basically you can create a form that they will fill out in order to get the material. So instead of going to your website, trying to find contact form, they will be able to fill out the form right away on LinkedIn. And once they fill out the form, they will unlock the document. So, and that form information will go directly into your campaign manager, and it will be located here in lead generation forms. And you can also connect make.com, or you can connect Caption Data, and you can fetch that information and, for example, put them in your outreach flow, whatever that is. So this is what I think was working pretty well. If you have something substantial, like a really good guide or a case study or a video tutorial or a free course, whatever that is, and you put it behind lead generation form, I think those are pretty good, and they convert pretty well. If you talk about like straight up conversion. In LinkedIn, I wouldn't do general outreach campaigns, like, of course, if you have money to burn, of course, why not? LinkedIn is as good of a place
we
as
all do
others.
have.
Yeah, if you want to
enough.
burn money. But I think if you want to get conversions, I think you have to do a lot of prep work, and you need to do hyper-targeted campaigns and use, things like lead generation forms, because I'll be honest with you, completely honest. During my time, working with LinkedIn, I have only seen a few campaigns that actually bring good results. This is my honest opinion.
This is my opinion as well. I've been doing a ton of LinkedIn ads, and still we do quite much, but it's by far the most expensive ad platform, and also bringing most of the time subpar results. You have to do a lot of, we do exactly like you do as well. We use lead feeder so that we can get the company list that come to our clients' websites, and then we take those companies and make ICP lists, and then we upload them into LinkedIn ads platform, and that's one of the remarketing campaigns what we do, and that is producing pretty alright results. But like the leads usually cost like between like 4 to 7 euros per lead in LinkedIn ads, and I think that's pretty expensive.
Yeah,
because
but
they are not
it depends, of course,
by far
what you
very
sell,
warm
right?
ones. Yeah, but it still varies in that part. Especially if you have B2B stuff, it can go even higher than that. But yeah, it's okay to pay 7 euros or 6 euros for lead if it's actually a warm one. But from LinkedIn, they are not very warm, even though they take your stuff, like download material or something else. That's my opinion. But yeah, it's in other parts, LinkedIn is excellent to get more leads for sure.
Yeah. So basically, what I can say in order to kind of wrap it up, I didn't want to go too much into like technical details, and maybe if you guys are interested, we could do another session where I go like really like into detail and show you specific workflows. But I think Caption Data excels at mining data from different sources and then enriching that data using different tools such as Apollo, and then preparing like good lists for you to do whatever, maybe outreach, maybe remarketing, and so forth. If you think about the price, I think I do agree with you. It's a bit much. I think if it was like 99, euro, or something a month.
Oh, that would be that would be an insanely good deal.
And then, I think that would be like a really good deal. But with 400 a month, I think that's quite a lot. Maybe we can tag Caption Data developers, and maybe they can rethink their pricing structure. But as you can see in my account here, you can see that my tier is $99. I paid only once, and I have 25,000 tasks I can run a month, unlimited workflows, only one account, and then basically it's a very generous account. So yeah,
that's like robbing it. That's such a cool deal. I'm super pissed that I didn't notice that one because I follow AppSumo quite much, and they have such a good deals. We got the Uber suggest. I think we paid like $4.99 or something for the just like forever plan. So it was crazy good deal, and we use Uber suggest now like basically every day. Just fantastic tool, and that was because of AppSumo. So yeah, AppSumo is great, and my opinion on regarding the Caption Data, I think that's a very good general data scraping tool. Seems pretty legit, especially if you are getting leads from Instagram and on all those different media, like social media accounts. I think that's like a very good scraping tool, data mining tool for sure. The price is such high, so that it really restricts users to only agencies like us and yours, who are alright to pay it, just because we do it for work, and we get it 100 times back, so it's alright. But I can't really see anyone else, not like a normal company, using it, because it's not the only tool that you use. You have to use other tools as well. So then you very easily, when you have those prices, you end up paying thousands and thousands per month, and then in that scenario, you don't want to spend 400 a month for that sort of software, because you get pretty close results with 1/4 of the price.
I agree. It's definitely Definitely something I wouldn't pay for $400 a month. But obviously, since I got it in an AppSumo deal, it's just like no brainer. So yeah. But
Oh yeah, that's like just taking my money.
yeah.
Like here's cash, take it, and give it to me.
Yeah, it's like Futurama, right? Shut up and take my money, that kind of deal.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
I would be really curious to find other tools similar to this that are more affordable, because even with Apollo, I don't think the extension can actually successfully mine data automatically in the background when you need it. So I think it works as an active extension, but you cannot create workflows that are working in the background.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They have workflows there, but I haven't been using them, so I can't really say. Like, can you? But also, like for our business, because we are not in a volume business,
Yeah, of
by
course.
any means. Our clients, because B2B stuff, and it's like it's not just buy product X and that's it. It's always like consulting or like very complex sales funnels what our clients have. So we need to be very accurate on our lead lists when we are generating them. So we actually have to go through them. It's not helping if we're just mass producing email lists and all that stuff, because there's so many unrelated companies that it's just it's just not working for our clients. And so that's why we haven't been we don't need lead automation workflows. But I get that there's a lot of companies, like especially SaaS companies, that they just need to contact so many companies all the time. So they're just like, fuck it, let's just upload 25,000 rows a month and let's bomb them with all they got. That's another area. So for them, I think that's a no-brainer deal. You basically have to compare that to Zoom Info.
Yeah.
Zoom Info is quite close to that. And I've been using Zoom Info also a year or two back. But dude, it costs like $2,000 per month, or was it
Wow.
25,000? Sorry, 2,500 a month. So 2,500 a month, something like that. So when it's like 20, 30,000 a year,
Wow.
just to get access to content data. I think that's phenomenally huge amount of money. It was huge for us as well, and yeah, we used it for one year, and then we stopped using it just because
So expensive.
we started using it. We actually started using Seamless. We started using Seamless, which was basically Zoom Info, but just cheaper. They cost like $500 a month. So, and these are always like annual plans. You always have to do the annual plan, which I really hate, because it's really hard to try them out. But then Seamless was so much. It was so close to Zoom Info that's kind of made sense to just use Seamless. But then we found Apollo, which is like $100. So and it still delivers basically the same stuff. They don't do like Seamless. They are using AI to manufacture emails. So then they create like 10 different emails. Then they send pings to all these email servers, and if the server responds, then they know that, okay, this is most likely an accurate working email. That is a good benefit of Seamless, but I mean it's not €400 a month worth more when you compare it to Apollo, which is just like you go to LinkedIn app Sales Navigator and just import leads. Only thing that it just beats me in Apollo is that you can only get 25. 25 and 25. You can't take 100 or 1,000 from LinkedIn straight, but it's not Apollo's fault. It's just LinkedIn's fault, because they do it in the Sales Navigator. So they just show you 25.
Yeah, that's true. That's
a little
true.
rant.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. And maybe next time, and I think would be awesome if next time there was a tool maybe that you use and I have never used. Maybe you could show that off, and maybe I could be in the, in the question asking seat, because obviously I think the best benefit of doing this is that we learn, both of us learn like new things. Like I learned about Apollo from you, and I started using it. And maybe there was something interesting in Notion that you were interested in since our last conversation. So I think it'd be cool if at some point there was something that you could share as well, so that I could be just sitting and taking notes.
Yeah, I would love to share, and I need to find a way to show it in, because the tools that we use it for our client,
Of course,
work a lot. So it's just like full of very NDA stuff. So when I show my screen, it's just like blur, 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 and it's not fun to watch. So I need to find a way if I can just make like a
maybe you can
fake test account or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe like a trial account, right? So like trial account that doesn't have any data. I think that would be probably the best way to go around it, because then you don't have any kind of data, you're not paying for anything, and then you can just kill off the account after the recording.
And also what I can do is I can also draw you the strategies, how we generate leads, and how we, like all this, just using Miro board a lot, just trying to make sure that it actually works. So that, I think that's really valuable to our audience as well. And guys, usually it's Artem's, responsibility to say that, let us know if you like the content and what do you want to know next and all that. But now I can take that part, and I can say that if you guys want to see these proven tactics and strategies, what we use to generate leads, and now I'm talking like from our side, because that's what we do. I'm more than happy to show you. We do mostly B2B. I think this is, the stuff what we do is always applicable to B2C for sure, because B2C is so much easier in lead gen side. But but we do B2B, so there's a little more variations, and the funnels are longer. But I'm more than happy to show and draw the strategies, what we do, and also share my ideas and thoughts on what works and what not. So leave those things in the comments, and subscribe, like, do algorithm likes it, we like it, and the more we get views and likes, the better stuff we can show. Maybe we can take sometimes another agency to our guests. I don't know. No, there's a lot of stuff we can do.
Yeah,
but only if we grow.
Of course, but we'll keep going, and I think the benefit for both of us is that we keep learning new things, and we like talking about this anyway. So we always think like, hey, why not record it, since we do it anyway, and maybe help somebody else learn something new, and share some of the wins and losses that we had and things that we learned along the way. But without making,
I don't have any losses. I just have wins.
Just victories, right? Like only victories.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
No losses.
Yeah, I've never experienced loss in my life, and I've always heard about the concept, but never experienced myself.
Yeah. Well, you're very fortunate. I guess your lead generation automation has 100% hit ratio.
We had 150% hit ratio.
So basically, you reached out to people, and they invited more people, and talked about your company. So that you had 150. I think that's something to strive for, definitely. Anyway, hopefully you learned something new, and again, we're working on making this format more interesting, more insightful, and we'll be testing different things, so bear with us. But most importantly, as Mikael said, just let us know if you like what we do. If you have any questions, we'd love to basically learn more. And now, Mikael, I had a crazy idea for a format. And I know this sounds really weird because we should have taken this offline, but what do you think?
Yeah, I'm so happy that we always do our planning when we record.
So
And
so
I mean, like I think it gives the authenticity or something.
yeah,
But
I
yeah,
guess,
certainly.
but what do you think? And it just struck me as like, holy shit, this could be the best thing ever, like the best format ever. Okay, what do you think if we go to AppSumo every week? We found a cool tool there and we invite the
Oh,
maker of the tool to present it to us so we can ask questions. We can learn passively. They get free visibility. And, we learn about some new tool that we can
yes,
start using right away.
yes, yes, yes. That is amazing idea. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. That's yeah, yeah. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
So if you
I'll marry that
agree,
idea.
if you agree, I'll try to get somebody for next week, and we'll test it. I think that will be probably the most interesting for us, and it will be all like it's a kind of like win-win-win scenario. They get visibility because
Absolutely,
if they're on
absolutely,
AppSumo, then obviously they need visibility. They're just starting out. We learn about
for
something
sure.
really, really cool we can use in our business, and we share that with our listeners and with our viewers so that they can learn
Oh yeah,
about an amazing maybe sumo deal so that they don't miss out. So I
oh
think
yeah,
it's just like
yeah, yeah.
all
That's
around like win-win-win. And they don't have to listen to us all the time.
that is such an amazing idea. I wonder how we didn't invent that before, because now that you say it, it's so obvious. Do you have the sound effects? Do you have some sort of like a
Yeah,
audience clapping and cheering?
I can do.
All
What do
right,
you
we
want?
need a sound effect right now.
Okay. Let's go.
Give me an like cheering
Okay.
applause.
Okay. Let me try this. Oh, wait. Okay, the cheering,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
loading. It
Yeah.
says that
There we
it's
go. It's the best idea after 2023. Congrats.
thank you. But again, I think it will be something that would really, really work. So let's do it for next week. I will for sure find somebody who we can invite, and I think it'll be awesome. And maybe always, because we do podcasts, maybe they give us an account so that we can test things,
Yes.
maybe without paying too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that'd
Unlimited
be
free
like,
accounts for life.
yes, unlimited everything, like a buffet. Do whatever you want,
Yeah,
how
we're not
much you
asking
want.
too much. We just want everything. Yeah,
We want
exactly.
everything.
Yeah,
It's like, guys, what kind of account you want? And we're like, yes. Like, just
yeah.
yes.
Like
Everything.
give me the best one. Yeah, for free.
Yeah. I think that'd be really fun. So guys, we are evolving the format, and I think we're starting to like slowly find like something that really, really works, and most importantly, something that is really valuable. Because this way, I think you will benefit, because AppSumo has like 1 million type of deals, and you never know which one is the good one. So you are always like searching, like, hey, is it good? Do I really need it? So what we can do is we can kind of highlight the best deals in our opinion and
Oh
invite
yeah.
the makers so that you can learn about a tool, and already that we tested it and we think it's good. And then you see the interview with the maker so that you can learn even more, and he can show the best parts of the tool. And then if you like it, boom, you click and you get the deal. Everybody wins.
And just to say that AppSumo is not sponsoring us, so
Yet.
again, we're just talking about that because we like AppSumo. So, and I like the founder. The was Keegan, or what is the name of it?
Yeah.
No, I think, and he actually have a pretty good YouTube channel as well. So
Of
been
course he
following him
has.
for a while.
Yeah, of course. They've been really good when it comes to marketing. I think they're really smart, and the service that they offer is pretty cool. But anyway, this is already over 1 hour. I think next one is gonna be our best, episode yet, with yet again a little bit different format. It's still kind of like the same thing, but now it evolved into something that I think would work really well for everybody, us included. And I think it'll be awesome because once we have a guest, I will interview, from my perspective, which is a little bit more technical, and you are more in lead generation, B2B sales, general marketing, and so forth.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of, we will represent a good, good set of questions, and we will represent our viewers from the technical side and from the practical side. Okay, so anyway,
Awesome.
thank you so much,
sauce.
Mikael. Once again, 1 hour, 1 hour episode. But hey, we will get better, I promise. Thank you so much, Mikael. It was a pleasure to spend this moment with you, and I'm really looking forward already to the next week.
Awesome. All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.